why did they take hostages though?
So they could prosecute a war against us.
And so they can release
Oh,
terrorists
really?
from prisons. Terrorists that Jews, that ran over Jews, that tried to explode next to Jews. They want to release them from prison. So they say, you want your hostages? No problem. Release terrorists that kill Jews on a daily basis.
Ah, well, guys, I did not. I think I knew that there was like hostages involved, but I didn't know the reason behind it. Thanks, guys, for telling me this. Like, thank you for educating me and
We
just
appreciate you listening. Really appreciate you listening.
spreading it. Spreading the truth.
Where's your family from?
My mom is Caribbean and my dad is African.
Wow, where in the Caribbean?
Wow.
Trinidad and Tobago.
Nice. I was just there for the first time recently.
No way, really?
Yeah, I went for Carnival.
How did you enjoy it?
It's amazing. I want to bring him back. It's my brother.
Have you ever been to Israel, by the way?
No.
What have you been hearing about Israel, if we can ask?
Well, I think y'all know.
So tell us.
I think y'all know.
Tell us, innit?
I think you guys know.
Does it rhyme with smenocide?
I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah, she's talking about what I think she's talking about. You think there's a genocide in Gaza?
That's what I've heard.
Do you want to hear the truth?
Sure.
Yalla.
Do you have any opinions on the matter, or does it not really concern you so much?
Well, obviously, when I hear people dying, it upsets me, and I just I don't know the cause of this war, let's say.
Mm-hmm.
But obviously, it's still heartbreaking to hear, and it's just distressful, and I don't like that. So obviously, I am a bit upset.
Do you have
guess.
would you say that you've taken a side? Like, do you feel connected to one side over the other?
Well, I feel for one side more than the other. Like, my heart goes out to them more.
To the Palestinians?
Due to what I've just seen on the media and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think something would have happened to the Palestinians if the attack on October 7th would not have taken place?
No.
Okay. Most people that take the Palestinian side completely ignore the Israeli side. The Israeli side that was invaded, that was raped, that was burned alive. And then they specifically go to the emotional images that they release from Gaza because it's a part of a strategy, of a tactic. Why didn't Hamas build a single shelters for the people in Gaza?
Yeah.
Why didn't they do it? They want you to see more children, more civilians, more women die, and they want you to get an emotional response. Why does Israel take care of their civilians and build shelters for them and build iron domes and make sure that they're protected? There's a very big difference. If Israel would not have had Iron Dome, we would have had, I think, tens of thousands of killed civilians, you know?
Yes.
What would have happened if Hamas would not have invaded?
None of it, I guess.
Okay, so who do we need to blame for something like this?
Well, obviously, it did start with Gaza attacking Israel. I'm not saying that's fair, but also the response to it's gone on for
So,
really.
The biggest
really
question is,
long.
what would you do?
Yep. What would you do as the
What
prime
would
minister?
Let's say you're the prime minister of Israel now. If you don't agree with what you're seeing, the most sensible thing is to offer an alternate solution. So how would you protect the citizens of your country who are brown Jewish people like us, lighter skinned Jewish people, black Jewish people, Arabs, Christians, Muslims, Druze, Alawites, who all live within the borders of Israel and are under threat by radical Islam? How would you go about prosecuting this war if you don't like what you're seeing?
Well, obviously, I don't know all the government stuff, but I guess have a government talk instead of war, because no, it's not fair. Nobody should have their people taken away from them. Nobody should be seeing people getting killed in the streets. It's just unfair in any situation, any.
So just
So
one moment.
if I was government, I would have a governmental talk.
So
If that's a thing.
vibe with me on for a second about this. Let's say you do a governmental talk. You even do a few governmental talks, whatever that means, and they still want to kill you. They still want to fire rockets at you. They still want to murder your civilians. What do you do?
Yeah. Well, I guess seek help from other countries that.
Let's say all the other countries
willing?
refuse to help you. Considering most of the countries in your neighborhood agree with them.
Yeah.
That's a good question.
What do you do?
I don't know what is there left to do.
Imagine right now that Venezuela said Trinidad and Tobago is ours, and we don't agree with anybody in Trinidad and Tobago living there anymore. Everybody from Trinidad and Tobago, all the Indians, all the black people, all the half Indian, half black people, all the Chinese people out. This is Venezuelan land. And they, no matter who you call in to help, Colombia wants to help you, the US wants to, no matter who, they are hell bent on killing everybody in Trinidad and Tobago. What do you do?
I don't know, maybe move?
What?
What do you mean move?
Countries?
You would just leave countries? What if you can't? What if that's the place you were born and raised in? You don't have nationality anywhere else. You have to live
Well,
there.
I guess you would just have to allow it to happen.
Wow, that's very shocking.
That doesn't sound like a normal way to respond to that question.
What was the question?
So hold on. Let me reframe the question. Reframe it. What he said applies, and your father is being taken hostage. Okay. What would you do? Would you still move countries and just let it slide?
If my father is taken hostage, I would seek help, tell somebody that's like, guys, let's go save him.
No one's willing to help you. You put up posters of your father in London, wherever you are, and they take it down.
Yeah.
They rip that poster down and they say, you're not allowed to put a poster like that up.
I guess I'll just have to go in there myself and hope for the best.
So you would do anything in your power to get your father back, right?
Most things in my power.
Okay, we got 250 people hostage that were taken into Gaza on October 7th. Right now we have 59 left inside Gaza. What do we do if they are not willing to release those hostages? Hostages, people your age, my age, his age. What would you have done? These are people's sons and daughters. What would you have, what would you have? So that's exactly what we're trying to, educate people about, because we have hostages. They're not willing to release the hostages and stop the bloodshed. Release the hostages, surrender, and that's it. People can stop dying.
And keep in mind, half of those hostages are just bodies at this point. They're dead bodies that they're still hell-bent on holding so that the families who they belong to won't have peace. That's how evil it is.
Why did they take hostages, though?
So they could prosecute a war against us.
And so they can release terrorists from prisons. Terrorists that stabbed Jews, that ran over Jews, that tried to explode next to Jews. They want to release them from prison. So they say, you want your hostages? No problem. Release terrorists that kill Jews on a daily basis.
Well, guys, I did not... I think I knew that there was hostages involved, but I didn't know the reason behind it. Well, I mean, I guess you learn something new every day.
That's good. That's a positive place to be.
Have you seen what happened on October 7th? Have you seen any footage?
I think I've seen some pictures of the hostages, but no, not really. Is it like gory and bloody?
No.
Scary?
I'm not going to show you anything gory. I'm just going to show you something specific. Okay? There's a page on Telegram called Hamas Atrocities. Now, there's a specific video from there of Hamas taking hostage a girl your age with dreadlocks, just like yours, exactly like yours, in the back of a van when they're chanting Allahu Akbar, spitting on her as she's unconscious in the back of a truck, maybe even dead. I'm not sure.
What does that phrase mean when you said they was saying that while spitting on her?
Allahu Akbar?
Yeah.
It means God is the greatest in Arabic.
Oh.
You've never heard that before, living in the UK?
No, I've heard the phrase, but I didn't know what it means.
Do you have many Muslim friends?
Yeah, I go to a very predominantly Muslim school, very brown Asian school. Everybody wears hijabs and abayas and all that.
And you never really been interested in learning about Islam? Have they ever tried to teach you anything about Islam?
No, I know stuff about Islam, Ramadan, Eid, the celebration. I know it just through general knowledge, and I have friends that are Muslim and stuff.
You ready?
So.
Okay. That's a dead Israeli in the back of a truck with dreadlocks. And I'll show you what she looks like, what she looked like before they took her. That's her.
This threat that Israel faced on October 7th and is still fighting against today, it's actually a threat that's even manifesting in Trinidad and Tobago. It's manifesting in the UK, and it's called Islamism or jihadism. It's a concept that all of us who don't subscribe to their ideology are somehow below them, and they have a right to do whatever they want with us. They have a right to kill us, to drag us into the back of pickup trucks, to murder us, rape us, do senseless acts to us. And when you see all the news that's coming out on Gaza, which is terrible, I mean, we can both admit it's a tragedy what's happening there. There's a reason behind all of it. And the fact is that there's an ideology that is cancer, not just to me and him, but to everybody around it, that is there to oppress everyone in the Middle East. And that's what we're fighting against as Israelis. As Jewish people, that's what we fight against day in, day out.
Also, just you know, they had a specific phase where the humanitarian aid trucks were taken by Hamas instead of giving it to the civilians. So when civilians tried to take the humanitarian aid from Hamas, you know what they did? They wrote thieves on their backs and shot them point blank. They even kill their own civilians if they take the humanitarian aid that's meant for Hamas and not for the civilians. The Hamas doesn't give a crap about the civilians in Gaza. Nothing.
That is nasty.
This is the name of a beautiful young woman named Sigal. She's an Ethiopian Jew, so a black Jew. Sigalitach. And she was also murdered on that day. So people like to, you probably heard this in the last year, maybe even from your Muslim friends, that somehow what goes on in Israel is white settler colonialism, and these are all colonizers. As you can see, both me and him are not colonizers or white. But Shani was actually black. She's from, her ancestry is from Africa. She's an Ethiopian Jew. And she wasn't given any, mercy that day. There was another man named Terence Mtega, who was a Tanzanian worker who was murdered that day. There was actually quite a few African workers who were murdered that day just for being there at the wrong place, wrong time, who were doing field work, agricultural work.
Thanks, guys, for telling me this. Like, thank you for educating me. And
we appreciate you listening. Really appreciate you listening.
Spreading it, spreading the truth, I guess. Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a great day.
Have a great day.
SaharTV. Official SaharTV. Let's go. Protect